so basically Lex and I met at the Wing a couple of years ago, and for anyone who hasn't used Punk Post, it's an app, and basically you can send a handwritten card to anyone from your phone. It's like, how much is it? It's not expensive either, is it?
The first card is free if you download the app, and then note cards start at $5.99, I think, and a folded card is $7. So yeah, we try to keep it comparable to what you pay at a store.
Yeah, and it's good for people like me who I personally love handwritten cards. I love writing people notes, but I've got to be honest, sometimes I am a little lazy and I don't get to the post office or buy stamps. So I love that Punk Post just kind of makes it easy. You can go to a meeting with a client and just send it straight from the app. But Lex, do you want to tell us a little bit about why you started Punk Post?
Yeah, I guess it was just, I've always loved sending handwritten cards and receiving handwritten cards, but I kind of, my husband well, he's still my husband, but at the time he was traveling a lot. And so one time I just sent a card to his hotel beforehand, and he was just like so touched and like moved by it. And I guess it was like, you see the big reactions these cards get, and it's kind of what you're talking about. Like, I think people have the best intentions of sending cards. Like, I also am guilty of buying all these cute cards and then like sticking them in a little shoe box and sticking them under my bed, and that's where they stay. So our whole idea was like, God, these cards, they're so simple. They kind of take a lot of steps to put together. So if we could just help people make good on their good intentions, and like they have the good intention to send someone a card, why don't we just do the lifting for them?
That's so cool. I love that. And so I guess, do you want to talk us through, like, what is it about receiving a handwritten card that is so special?
We used to, but I think like it's even more than that. It's kind of like, you can't always be there for your friend's birthday, or like when you really want to be there for someone. So it's a physical way to like be there without being there. And I think just like the heartfelt words, I mean, the messages we get to be part of are just like, I don't know, there's something about sending a card that I feel like people really are so genuine with each other and so kind and like able to show their love that way. And I also think there's just something about a card, like I'm always like, no matter, I could get the nicest email or text in the world, but like, and it will make you feel something like 100%, but you won't go back to it. Like, these cards, like people hang up on the wall or like put up next to their desk, and it's just something you continually go back to. And it's like a continual reminder that someone like loves you, is thinking of you. And I don't know, they just like have this sort of connecting factor to them.
And do you feel like right now that people are craving connection even more so, and maybe actually like the written word is even more powerful at the moment?
Started Punk Post, it was kind of during the 2016 election, which was also crazy, and people were really confused, and I think also feeling like they were divided. And like, so I think even then it felt like super important for us to be like, let people have a way to talk to each other in like a really positive way and support each other through words. So, and now I think we're seeing that again. I mean, it's kind of like we keep going through these crazy things, but I think right now we have been seeing it these past couple weeks that, people, you can't be with your loved ones right now, like physically, but it's like a good way for people, it's hard. It's like, especially for some people who really need that like constant physical connection, or just to see family members like your grandparents, and that's hard for them to be alone right now. I'm so sure of it. And like the cards we've seen are a good way to be like, Grandma, Grandpa, we're still thinking of you, we love you, we'll get there as soon as we can. Or even people with birthdays, having a birthday right now, you're gonna have a party at home, which is still fun, but like it's a way for your friends to show up for you with keeping their distance.
Yeah, it is hard right now, especially for elderly people, as you say, and people having birthdays. So what are your tips? Like for people who don't think they have good handwriting or don't really know where to start, what are your top tips for sending a handwritten card?
Out to your friends and letting it's that's the thing about a card, like it doesn't need to be something so prolific or poetic, you know, it's just that someone took the time to think of you to send you a card. So I think just telling someone you're thinking of them, inside jokes are always super cute, like something that you and that other person share your love of, just mentioning that I think puts a smile on someone's face. If you have the ability or desire to like make doodles or make it colorful, I think, you know, just that like speaks to people too. I think that's the thing. I think it doesn't, you don't need to overthink it. You have a relationship with this person and you're just telling them you love them.
Well, I think that's something about Punk Post as well, right? It's not just a normal card. Have you got any there actually that you can show us on
Oh,
screen?
wait, I was gonna, can I run away for 1 second and grab
Yeah,
some?
run away and get one.
Okay.
Do it. So as I said, the app is free, and you can actually also use the code PepTalkHer, and you get a free card anyway, and then you can actually just use the code PepTalkHer, and you'll get another free card, which is cool. But yeah, I often use it, like I'll come out of a meeting, and then I'll just like send a card to a client, or if I know someone's got a big anniversary coming up or a birthday, I can just send it. You can send them internationally as well, so it's not just for cards in the US, and they're really pretty.
Yeah, I mean, they are super cute. So, one thing sometimes people get confused when they use Punk Post. The front of the card is like if you were going to a card store, so you pick that. But then the inside, like we handwrite your message, something really cute like this.
Yeah.
Or Michael, who is one of my coworkers, he just sent me this really funny one of me.
Oh, cute.
Goofy. So yeah, you can send, I don't know, Maggie, what kind, do you send like more formal ones or do you send like colorful, fun ones?
Yeah, good question. So I do both. So you can choose your handwriting style. So if it's like a professional card, or sometimes I have to send a condolence card if there's been, someone's passed away. So I will just say, hey, this is like a VIP work thing. Keep it simple. No like love hearts or like fancy lettering. Or obviously if it's like for a birthday, I'll be like, yeah, go nuts, do what you want. So I do a bit of a combo.
Cool. No, that's good. Yeah. And, you know, I think that's the thing. Like right now, like probably a lot of people have stationery they can make use of right now. But like also, if you can't get out, you know, we can totally help you out. And our artists all work from home. So they're all doing this in the comfort of their home right now. And yeah, we're just like around to help people out if you need it. So, but yeah, we have fun, and it's kind of like you really see what's going on in the world through these trends. You know, I mean, people really talk about like, you know, how what's going on. So it's we kind of just saw right away that people were gravitating toward punk posts when this started. So we've written like a few articles on like how to be there for someone on their birthday during this, how to be there for your grandparents during this, or just like people to reach out in general who might need a little extra support right now. So
And is practicing gratitude a big part of the reason why you started Punk Post?
yeah, I mean, I think in general, like just gratitude, or I guess it is gratitude, like appreciating the people in your life and like taking moment. I mean, I feel like I can't, even with punk posts, like keep up with the number of thank yous I feel like I need to send or should be sending. So yeah, I think it does help you, like, you know, a lot of times you're like, oh, I need to thank someone for this and that. And just a card like helps you really show that gratitude. I think when you're able to show that gratitude to the extent that you want to, I think sometimes it's so hard to let someone know just how thankful you are. So like being able to extend that gratitude in a way that really feels like it's showing the level that you have, helps you feel better too. And like, so I think it's like a good cycle for yourself to get into. And I don't know, just like focusing on the good and what you do have is always just like a good thing to do in life. So let's see. Well, we've sold out of some. We have one that says life is tough, but so are you. So that one's currently sold out. We're getting more in. And then our crew in general, kind of like funny ones. We have one that says, I love you and your butt is perfect. That one's forever popular, Corona or non-Corona. They're kind of more like thinking of you, love you, miss you. We have one that says like F long distance. That one's been popular like lately. Sending good vibes, miss your face, that kind of thing.
Very cool, very cool. So just before we wrap up, I just wanted to see if there's anything else that you wanted to let people know that you kind of think that they should be thinking about when they're using their own stationery at home to send cards right now, or if they're going to be using Punk Post.
Yeah, I think just like if you think of someone, send them a card. I think a lot of times people get hung up on like, oh, I don't want to sound a certain way, or I'm worried about my handwriting. I think like it's so much beyond that. Like, yes, when you send a postcard, the handwriting is next level. That's part of what we're doing. But like, I think don't hesitate. Like, even if you're someone that you're like, oh, is this person gonna feel weird getting a card from me? I can guarantee they won't. Like, I've sent birthday cards to people I haven't talked to in years, and they've reached out and been like, oh my God, that was so nice. So like, anyone you're thinking of that you think could use a little love, or you just want to give them love, send them a card. You like won't regret it, and you'll totally make their day.
Oh, that's awesome.
There we go. Well, listen, Lex, thank you so much for joining us for the Daily Power Pep Talk. We really appreciate it. You can check out the Punk Post app for free on the App Store, and you can follow them at Punk Post on Instagram as well. We'll be back at the same time tomorrow. Tomorrow we're talking finding a job in any economic circumstance with Emily from Cultivite. So that'll be super fun. And have a great rest of your quarantine day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks, Lex. Bye.